The Queen's latest birthday honours will be unveiled last week and will include awards for people deemed to be heroes of the pandemic. And among them will be Kate Bingham, 55, who took on the unpaid role of leading the UK Vaccines Taskforce over the past year, according to the Telegraph. She had no previous experience dealing with vaccines as her previous role was working to develop drugs to help with autoimmune diseases and cancer. When she was given the role by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Ms. Bingham spoke about having classic imposter syndrome. She previously said, "Our immediate aim on vaccines is twofold. To ensure everyone in the UK that needs to be vaccinated against COVID can be as soon as practicable. Secondly, to ensure adequate global distribution of vaccines to bring the quickest possible end to the pandemic and the economic and social damage it causes." It comes after Mr. Johnson on Saturday called for leaders of the Group of Seven, G7, rich nations to make a commitment to vaccinate the entire world against COVID-19 by the end of 2022 when they meet in Britain next week. Johnson will host the first in-person summit in almost 2 years of G7 leaders, which follows a meeting of the group's finance ministers which wrapped up earlier in the day, and said he would seek a pledge to hit the global vaccination goal. Vaccinating the world by the end of next year would be the single greatest feat in medical history, Johnson said in a statement. "I'm calling on my fellow G7 leaders to join us to end this terrible pandemic and pledge we will never allow the devastation wreaked by coronavirus to happen again." The leaders of Germany, France, the United States, Italy, Japan, the European Union and Canada will join Johnson for the 3-day summit in Cornwall, southwest England, which begins on Friday. It will be the first overseas trip for U.S. President Joe Biden since he took office in January. While the richest nations have been vaccinating large numbers of their populations, many poorer countries have not had the same access to vaccines. And health experts have warned that unless more COVID shots were donated, the virus will continue to spread and mutate. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, in London for the finance ministers' meeting, said it was urgent for the richest nations to promote vaccinations in poorer countries that could not afford to buy them. She also repeated the U.S. position that patent rights should be removed for the vaccines, and said they were doing everything they could to address supply chain problems that were preventing a buildup of shots in other parts of the world. Britain has ordered more than 500 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine for its population of 67 million and says it will donate any shots it does not need.